There is that stigma that boys get sad too. It could just happen to anyone. It's not always someone with some massive happening. It could be just small things chipping away. And it's about opening up to people.
Hi.
Are you all right?
I am, yes. Thank you. Are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for inviting us down today.
No, thank you for coming down. Just wanted to speak about mental health.
Yeah, I mean, mental health, it's a subject that both you and I are passionate about, so...
Yeah, so it's only become a big part of my life recently. Obviously, as a firefighter, I've attended people in distress before, mental health incidents, but I've recently lost a friend, and I've had another in a very similar situation. It's
brought it closer to home, really.
Yeah, it doesn't feel real until it's someone you're close to.
So were they both young guys like yourself?
Yeah, well, there is that stigma that boys get sad too.
Yeah. But they think they've got to be big and brave and tough and not talk about their
Exactly,
feelings.
and that happens a lot in the fire service as well. We attend awful incidents, and it's just bringing up forward that conversation for people to open up.
Yeah, because talking about suicide is a really difficult thing to do, but if you don't talk about it, it can be devastating.
Exactly, it could just happen to anyone. It's not always someone with some massive happening. It could be just small things chipping away, and it's about opening up to people. It doesn't necessarily have to be these amazing services that are out there. It can be friends, family, colleagues, even.
Because it's about, as you say, it's about opening up that conversation, because sometimes talking about it to somebody in a professional capacity might be a bit too scary, but talking about it to friends, it's almost a practice run as to validating their feelings and somebody just actually listening to them, taking it seriously of how they feel.
Yeah, so there's a famous athlete recently who said, I'd rather me friend come cry on my shoulder and carry their coffin.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
No. So I guess it's about how often do you, as a firefighter, how often do you say to somebody on a morning, hiya, how you doing?
Well, yeah, you get that blank response of, yeah, I'm fine, are you?
Yeah.
Just like how we did at the start.
It's like a greeting, isn't it, almost? It's not a question.
Sometimes you have to ask, no, really, how are you? Especially when someone just feels different, or even just have that conversation after a difficult situation.
Yeah, I guess those people closest to you might see the slight changes in your personality, the things that you do, your habits, and that's just little clues, really, as there's something not quite right there.
Yeah, not everyone has that person to speak to, so that's why these organisations are out there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to speak to someone on the phone. A lot of them have now messaging services, whether that be text or online chats. And it's about making that first step to feeling better.
Knowing that there's somebody there who's willing to listen in whatever capacity, whether it's online chat, texts, telephone, email, somebody who's just there to listen to you, it almost validates your feelings so that somebody's prepared to listen to how I feel.
So yeah, what I'm hoping to achieve with this video is to be able to signpost people to the charities that are there. You've got people like the Samaritans, for example. You've got If You Care Share in the Durham area, Mind in the Darlington and the Middlesbrough Stockton area, and among many others. But you can also go to your GP. You can now phone 111 as well. They have a line for that.
For mental health?
For mental health. So there's so many different avenues out there. It's just making people aware.
Because you wouldn't hesitate, would you, if you'd hurt yourself physically? If you'd broken your leg or something, you wouldn't hesitate. But that mental health, it's like you said before, it's that stigma.
And mental health can also lead to physical health as well.
Yes.
And it's just, you've got to look after yourself in every way.